Are we on the internet? I just thought of one.
Oh man, really? But it's Christmas in November.
It is.
Yay.
Yesterday it was 91. Do you know what I just thought of?
What?
3 years ago tonight,
Yeah.
this show first premiered. How
our
cool is that?
my
It's kind of our birthday. It's our 3-year
It's fucking unreal.
birthday.
You
It's pretty
totally,
crazy.
You totally like messaged us about it this morning, and then I totally forgot.
No, it's so lovely. Like
It's great.
I'll be the first to say, I didn't think this show made sense at all.
Do you think it does
Really?
now? What
Proposed to
has
me.
changed?
Well, I thought like, just let it play out at the table. Who's gonna want to listen to us talk about our bullshit
I
D&D
understand.
character shit that's in our heads? I was wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, it still is nonsensical, but it's a benefit.
I'm trying to remember if I remember you talking about that. If not,
Yeah.
this is fascinating.
There were a few people
way.
that sort of said it didn't make sense. I was one of them. But it does now because look at all the cool deep dives we've been able to go into and fun moments that have happened on the show.
I was super into it and a big proponent of it. But I might have been starting to step into like my.
Well, I tried to
more of a
compare it to all the
producer role.
other talk shows that exist connected to Dungeons and Dragons campaigns, and
That makes
the way they do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh
tough.
wait, that's
No,
not,
man,
that doesn't exist.
No, I saw it.
Well,
I felt it.
You're a visionary.
Thank you.
Well, maybe like share your favorite, maybe he is a visionary though.
Tweet at Talks Machina.
Maybe tweet like hashtag happy birthday Talks Machina with your favorite moment. You know, you can either write it out, you could send us a GIF, you could post a
Yeah.
clip or something. Boy, what's mine? In the 3 years, I would have to say Pull Out King is one of my favorites.
That was
you were
great.
here
Me
for
and
that.
Ashley.
You and Ashley.
Camera tackle
Yeah.
at the beginning of an episode, right?
Yeah, I think
There was one of those,
Taliesin
yeah.
tackled me or something.
There was the one of me and you being humans walking in blind
Yes.
earlier
Oh,
in
yeah.
the campaign.
That was fun.
Early campaign.
You almost getting beheaded by a card that Travis
Travis
threw.
literally
That's
almost
solid.
took out one of my eyeballs. That was
Super
pretty
great.
good.
Yeah.
Mika Burton's first time on the show, not having ever seen or knowing what was happening.
Yeah, having no idea. That was good.
Good
Pretty
one.
good.
Some good stuff.
The night that Danny hosted was a great episode.
Oh yeah, Liam was also there for that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Liam was here. Been so many great ones. Thank you all for sticking around. We promise that much like Lost, by the time the show ends, you'll understand exactly what it was.
The crew being on one was a good one too.
Oh
Crew being on one. Yeah, we should do
Way
another one
back
of
in the
those
day.
because it's
We
a whole other
should.
crew now.
That was old.
That was where we know
old.
These
came
people
from.
are very camera shy, though. Steve, would you?
We know.
Would you join me on the couch?
100%.
Mike, would you join me on the couch here at some point if we decided to do a special episode highlighting?
Who'd run the cameras?
I'll do it. I'm so good at it.
We'll have old Greg.
All
We'll
about
have
technology.
We'll have old Greg do it.
Correct?
We'll have old Greg do it. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Well, you know what I'm going to do though? Introduce the show tonight.
Hey!
The Mighty Nine get attacked by the Catageist. What is it, Liam? Catageist?
Cadeau guest.
Catageist?
Eldritch blessed.
Eldritch Blessed?
None of those are correct.
Introduce Jester to her father and teleport during an attack on Rexentrum. I know how to do that one. We'll break it all down with my guest, Marcia Roy and Liam Oberon. All that and more tonight on the 3-year anniversary of Talks Machina.
Happy
Hit it, Denise.
anniversary. Oh.
Great, it's good enough. Talks Machina, it's good enough.
No, yeah, that's our slogan. That's it.
Hey, announcement time. Our very special live show, One Shot, The Adventures of the Darrington Brigade, I'm very excited about this, is happening this Saturday in a wonderful, beautiful town they call Austin, Texas. Are you excited? Everything's bigger in Texas.
Including our characters.
Yeah. Ash was sort of telling me a little bit about her character, and it's pretty exciting. I'm excited to hear see what all you guys have. He loves
You
Christmas.
sniffing that you excited for
loves
Christmas?
Holiday decorations
Does
of
he get
any
a doggy
kind.
stocking?
He hits a stocking, and he gets. I spend more money on this dog every Christmas, and oh my God, Sully used to like. We used to get him all kinds of sweaters and shit.
Does he like to open up presents?
Oh boy.
Oh,
He doesn't
yeah,
really
he
open
was
them up, but
excited.
you know,
My
this-
dog legitimately opens up her presents.
I
It's cool.
enjoy
Yeah, so
premature Christmulation as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So the one shot in Austin this Saturday. Oh, God. I left it there just long enough for Tumblr to do their thing, or Arsqueef. For those attending the live show, very important announcement. We ask that you refrain from spoilers from the base concert hall. Now, the reason why I said that is because in all caps it says pronounced like the fish, not the instrument.
All caps, Brian.
However, I grew up in a non-coastal region, so I'm not really familiar with the different species. What we're saying is, we're saying if you're there, don't be on your phone anyway, because you're watching role-playing greatness happen in front of you. You know, who cares, you know, if your aunt fell down, or, you know, if you're a kid, you know, he fell down some stairs or so, you got to get home. Who cares? Keep your phones in your pockets. Plus, don't spoil it.
That was so specific.
I'm just thinking of the types of things that could come up. You know, that's what happened whenever my parents went out to do something. It was like, oh, Brian fell down the stairs again, you know. And then they
That
find
explains a lot.
the nannies at the casino. All right, if you're going to the show, this is what I'm just stop sidetracking me, man. If you're going to the show, don't tweet, Tumblr, Facebook, any spoilers about what happened, because I guarantee you it's going to be awesome. And Friday, 29th of November is going to be the air date, 7 p.m. Pacific. That's the day after Thanksgiving here on our Twitch channel. The VOD for subscribers will be available on the following Sunday. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit this button. Boop. Zach?
Yeah.
I almost was like, nah, it's over here, you know? But then I remembered, like, I think over here is good. Here's bad. Right?
Happy 3 years.
3 years of this.
Well, they keep moving the subscribe button around, right?
Nope.
Another 3 years, we'll get it down.
They barely changed their logo.
That's pretty much true.
Nailed it.
Special thank you to everyone that tuned in to Undeadwood, by the way.
Yeah.
The
Oh my
finale
goodness.
was Friday and Sunday on YouTube. If you haven't watched it, we're not going to say any spoilers, but please do. And thank you so much for all the wonderful feedback. And I miss those characters so much. I miss being at that table.
Two people sitting here with me created something really beautiful. You weren't the only two, obviously, but you're the ones that I can
thank
see
you.
right now. And you created something really, really beautiful, and I'm so proud of you both.
That's really sweet. Thank you.
Thanks, Lemur.
It was a weird thing having your creative director also be a player, because there was certain stuff that Ivan and I kind of had to keep from Marisha, but that's what's awesome is she's so trusting
Yeah.
that
Ivan
it was just
and
like,
I-
do your thing.
We went through that on Madness. We had a crash course on Madness, and it was not as pleasant to deal with. And we got into a lot, not arguments, just creative debates.
Yeah.
And he was like, just trust me, just trust me. And it was a good lesson for me to trust the people who are good at things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, now, Marisha, it's important for you to understand why. Hey, also, for the month of November, we've partnered with all of our friends at OSD to help support our active and veteran military communities. Okay, this is awesome. Since the campaign launched at the beginning of the month, we've helped OSD serve over 500 veterans already with the money that people have donated, which is crazy. Because I checked in the other day, it was 400. Now it's 500. So I'm hoping that tomorrow it's, you know, and then by the end of the month, We're on a mission to help as many as we can, so please consider donating or sharing our campaign at critroll.com/OST. He's on it. He's on it.
Not too bad.
He's on it. Without further ado, let us discuss episode 85 of Critical Role Campaign 2. The threads converge.
They converge.
I saw this one. I'm sitting back here now, Steve.
Henry.
He's good.
No,
like, "I'm
he's
late."
moving around a lot though.
He hasn't been here for a bit, so he's kind of also just really excited to be back and exploring the space, saying hi to everybody.
New stuff.
I think, Schmidt, did you switch up your cologne? No. Oh. All right, well, we're going to begin the show like we have the last 3 years with a question about Schmidt's cologne. Hey, we have crit roll stats. For episode 85, Caleb, played so brilliantly by you, Liam.
Oh, I do that.
I do. Caleb cast his 20th magic missile spell this episode.
Oh wow. Oh, wow.
Nice round number.
Yes, gotta always return to the basics.
Solid
Yep.
spell.
Yeah.
Solid.
Never
every time.
misses.
Never.
Doesn't do much, but it never misses.
That's what they say about me.
That'll make a kid eventually.
Ooh.
I didn't. Okay, both of you were dirty. Marisha gave me a nice nod, like I understood the wholesome, that joke is a wholesome reference. The
Right.
two of you,
Wholesome Marisha.
my dirty shipper friends, hey,
What did I do?
yeah, right. Caleb, Liam, you again, cast his 10th Cat's Ire spell.
I would have thought I had done it more.
I know, 10 seems low to me, but I guess that makes sense.
But we haven't been around horses very much, so not a lot of call for it.
Yeah, not a lot of need there.
That's funny.
Bo, Marisha,
What'd I
your
do?
character. It's not bad. Crit roll stats isn't they're not like the people who ask questions on the show. They're not calling you out on everything,
My dentist.
Yeah. Bo used her 200th key point for patient defense. 200th key point this episode. That's pretty big.
Oh.
Yeah. How many do you get
Oh,
now?
weird. 10. Yeah, you have as many as your level.
Oh,
It's your
that's
monk
tight.
level.
Monk level, okay.
So if
Yeah, I
you're
don't know monks very
multi-class, only your monk level, to be
Thanks,
clear.
handbooker
But if you-
helper.
You got it, girl.
If you keep spending key points at 300, you get a free Pokeball.
well. For real?
Yeah.
And that's the little cube thing that people wait in the Denny's parking lot for with a group, right?
What?
The Pokeball.
Oh, that's a Pokeball.
It's on the app.
You're thinking of Pokemon Go.
Our first question comes from Brandon Hudson. It's going to help us forget all about the Pokeballs. Marisha, everyone wants to know this, so we're just going to get it out of the way at the start. We're just going to get out of the way at the start. How long has Bo liked Jester in a more than just friends type of way, and why drop that bomb now? Good answer so far. Maybe words.
I have been obviously tagged in this question a few times and thinking about it
2 or 3 times.
all weekend and up until now of how I'm going to answer it. And it's hard because there's no real defining moment. You've been through this before.
I have. I don't remember how it started in campaign.
Yeah.
It just happened.
It just happened. Like relationships.
Funny that.
They'll do something and it kind of cocks your head and you're like, oh, fuck, that was cute. And you kind of go like, And then you forget about that and then something else happens and then they build and then they build.
So you're saying it's been more of a series than it is just one moment that you can point to and say it was right here where I went like, let's fuck.
It's not even like let's
I'm joking.
fuck.
I'm joking.
But-
But you know what I'm saying.
But yes.
That's next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Next week. I understand. Okay, I'll be sure to watch that one too.
No, it's nothing. It's
Ooh, level 11
nothing
coming early.
sexual in this case.
Yeah, right, Danny. Danny pointing out you guys only level up after someone has sex.
Yeah, I want to level up now. Make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Campaign's coming to a close.
I will sleep with someone every episode. It means we can be at level 20
Straight up.
in 10 weeks.
Straight up. No, but I understand what you're saying. So a series of things rather than one.
It's a combination of moments. I mean, there was a time that she said something about Bo's hair being messy, and I got self-conscious, and then she immediately felt concerned about. And she was like, "No, you're beautiful. You're great." And then there was the time that she was like, Can I dress you up? And Bo would not have let her do that if there wasn't okay. And then just the way that she views things, and it's that way of, she's very empathetic and looks at things from a positive way. In a weird way, she kind of reminds me of Keyleth in the way where she sees the good in everybody first. Mm-hmm. And that's hyper, even though you're oh, that person's a fucking murderer though. And she's like, but I don't know, who knows what he's been through? And you're like, fuck, that's endearing. And it's just
wow.
Cute. What?
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Jaded asshole and somebody who sees the world through open, fresh understanding eyes.
True, but I also
that
think
sounds familiar.
that is true. I also think that
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
No. Time is a flat circle.
Everything happens at once. Everything happens at once.
Let's be careful of spoilers.
I think the third campaign is happening right now as well. Can you feel it?
I do.
I feel it.
It's reverberating in the back of my neck a little.
I bet next campaign it's going to be Sam. That's the really sweet, sees everything with really beautiful open eyes, and it's going to be Taliesin who's the jaded asshole. And I can't wait for that.
That sounds good.
Right here.
His asshole is pretty jaded.
I did go.
Okay.
I love that nice green hue.
Okay.
I did go into this campaign. All of us were no relationship.
Fuck off.
I didn't want it.
We did that.
I didn't ask for this.
Well, you started off with a few one-night stands, so you were easing people into it. It's not like you jumped right into everything.
Those aren't relationships.
I do want to make a point, though, going back to what you were saying.
Thank you.
It's totally different.
Those aren't relationships.
That's what I was saying, is you were easing people into the idea of a relationship by
But I
having
didn't
one-night
want
stands
that.
before that. I'm joking. What I was saying, though, is Bo, regardless of the jadedness,
Well, regardless.
Bo regardless of the...
Yeah.
That was for Marisha.
Yeah.
Of the jadedness of Bo, to my, in my opinion as a viewer, Bo is someone who seems to be on the search for innocence, whether innocence lost or just innocence in general. And to me, it makes sense that you would be attracted to someone who exudes genuine and sort of intrinsic innocence, because that's what I think ultimately Bo's on the search for. That's all I wanted to say.
Fairly astute. Yeah.
Fairly astute is the biggest compliment I've ever had. In 3 years into the show, I am now done. I have reached peak
Happy anniversary.
happy anniversary. Liam, I suppose I should ask you a question, but I'm having too much fun just watching you stare at me silently. This is from...
What you got?
Do Cuttlefish for. Remember Cuttlefish?
Well, Cuttlefish hasn't asked questions in a while.
Cuttlefish. Happy Christmas, everybody! Old Lang Syne!
That's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites. It's hard to beat. Okay.
Answer all your questions.
Fröhliche
Yeah.
Weihnachten! Hey, I'm German.
Oh boy. Are you watching The Mandalorian?
Yeah. I liked it.
Boy, it makes me think of that little, makes me
Anything. Some people haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, no spoilers.
think of that little,
No spoilers. It's
Let's
good.
do it.
It's good. If you like westerns in space, you'll like it.
hello!
It's good.
This one's from Daw.
What is happening?
I love space westerns, obviously, and weird western shit. That's why I was like,
I
hello.
thought that you were just saying hi to just the world.
To who, Steve?
I don't know.
What?
Not Steve.
Watch The Mandalorian, Brian.
I did. I've seen it. I've seen each episode twice.
Literally just say that.
You're gonna like the way you look.
Okay. Men's Warehouse.
Yes, it was.
Was that not what you were going
It was
for?
a Men's Warehouse joke.
Because you literally did it in the exact dude's cadence.
Yeah, I know I did. I'm a voice actor, Danny Carr.
This man was the voice of motherfucking Pistachio.
If I've heard something 3 times, I will ape it back at you.
I'm just saying, it sounded like you didn't mean to do it with your reaction.
Nope.
This man's voice was in 2 Super Bowl commercials. The Pistachio one with the Gangnam Style guy,
Yeah, that's right.
and then the Pistachio one.
God, so if you don't know the Pistachio
With, I
commercials,
think,
look them up.
the
Dominatrix.
Yeah. There was one where I think the family left the kid at the grocery store.
Dude, you should get a Super
Liam, you gotta
Bowl
answer this
tattoo,
question, dude.
like Katy Perry.
I should have got a pistachio tattoo.
You should have got a pistachio. That'd be cute.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Wait.
Right on your taint. Hey,
Yeah.
when you were confronted by the Griffin writer in Rexentrum, you stated that you were a citizen just doing your part.
Yeah.
And I found it interesting that Matt had you roll persuasion, not deception. How connected does Caleb still feel to Rexentrum?
Ooh, that's a fun question. I mean, he hasn't been a conscious member of it for over a decade. And he's not born and raised there. He's on the outskirts. He's more of like a farm boy from an hour away or so. I'm guesstimating because, man, I never really established quite that. But he did spend a couple of years enjoying Rexentrum. My sense of Rexentrum is that it is more the heart of old Zemnian, and so, that shit stays with you. Like, I've been living in California for a long fucking time, but I still feel like a Jersey boy inside, and I still feel like I'm from the tri-state area. So yeah, he still feels very much a part of that. He doesn't like when he's in Nicodranus or when he's in Xhorhas. Those are foreign places.
Yeah.
Yep.
I get that.
Okay.
I can relate. Max, you still feel like a Central Valley kid?
Oh yeah.
He said, hell yeah. That's the only thing that we're known for is we created the term. Marisha, Evan Graham wants to know, another person dumb enough to give us their full name. That's what Danny does during the show on that laptop, is looks up who these people are.
It's true.
Right.
Bo has taken a pretty casual, no strings attached approach towards sex and relationships so far. How do her feelings for Jester compare to previous romantic flings?
Non-comparable.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. It's more than that. Sex for Bo has always been like a Band-Aid. This is, yeah.
You've also been through more with Jester than probably you had been through with anybody else. Yeah. Before. So.
Is that why she looked at Jester after she kissed Rini?
Did I do that? Did I say that?
Yeah.
You did.
Oh God damn.
Maybe. I don't know.
Danny
I forgot I did
Danny
that.
Carr sneaks in a question.
Can I say something?
Oh, by the way, I love
It's
it.
for me.
I have something that I'm curious about as a viewer at the table, because we're all
Please,
viewers of each other's stories.
I asked you to submit these, but it's fine. You can still.
At Voice of O'Brien.
Yeah.
Voice of O'Brien asks, like, you were totally the sort of like Tom and Jerry wolf in a suit for Yasha for a lot of the campaign, but towards the end of her time with us, it was getting a little more intimate and real. And it could have gone in any direction, but it was seeming like maybe something could happen eventually. So I'm curious to watch once the three of you are splashed together, because I love complication.
Well, you did. Did he just say splashed, Danny?
He did.
Yeah, let's splash them together.
I don't think there was a question in there, but
No,
yeah.
I'm just wondering out loud. I'm just talking about things I like.
As the three of you approach, you see a mud wrestling pit.
I like to think it's Jello.
Did they have Jello back then?
I mean, they can. They've invented Uno.
I'll take a question on there. Are you looking forward to that fracas?
Fracas?
Whatever it is. Interesting.
You know, I know what that means. Prove to me.
Oh my God.
Now's the time. Now's the time.
can't hear you. It's already your, no. Okay.
Fracas.
Fracas.
I know what that means. Prove to me you do.
It's kind of like rumpus. It's kind of like a noisy rigmarole.
A potential conflict.
A whole lot of hullabaloo.
All the things you're saying meant something else where Max and I grew up. So I'm having a hard time. All right, let's answer more questions from people
Wait,
that.
Marisha didn't get to.
What about
Who
at
gives
Voice
a
of O'Brien's question?
Who gives a shit? Submit it.
Oh, I just submitted it. Slash. Yeah.
Oh boy. Even Zach is like third year of get me the fuck out of here.
Where's the slash, Zach?
There we go. He's took his Ambien early tonight. Answer the question. We've been waiting for you to
No, I
answer.
thought you were gonna deviate. Just deviate.
Why? You don't want to answer? That's okay.
I just think it's interesting, and I'm looking forward to whatever.
Yeah,
it
when are
might
you gonna
be.
fracas the
Love
rumples? When are you gonna fracas the rumple stuff?
She like with Yasha. Look, Yasha was married. Yeah, look, we'll just move on.
Okay. Liam. We'll come back to splashing. We'll come back to the splash
game.
zone.
That'll be even
Figure it
more
out in game.
fun.
Figure it out in game.
I love it. I love complication. I love
Yeah. Splash Machina afterwards. Cyberwolf 1201. Liam. Caleb was, that's his splashing sound effect.
Okay, yeah.
The sound of someone reloading a machine gun that's wet.
That is 80s Transformers. How dare you?
I'm joking. I'm joking. I wasn't allowed to watch Transformers in the 80s because
Jesus.
we were off with the animals. Caleb was very supportive toward Jester in her interactions with her father. How have his own regrets about his parents informed his feelings and decisions regarding a gentleman?
Yeah, if you've been paying attention for the campaign, Caleb has been very sort of protective of her with her mother and her search for her father because he's fucked his situation beyond reparation. But she could have the things she wants and would very much like to see somebody have what they should have as a child.
Yeah.
So it's been a very, very conscious decision, and his goals are his goals, but it's certainly easy enough to sort of peel them away from whatever path they were on to spend a night at the lavish chateau, or she should have that. Kids should have that. Young people should have that. Everyone should have that.
Yeah. Last thing he wants is for her to feel the burn, you know?
You've burned me harder than that before.
I have, but the only other one that came to mind was We Didn't Start the Fire, you know?
Yeah.
But I figured to get through all the lyrics of that,
Billy Joel.
we're not going to have, yeah.
Good
Did
job,
you say
Marisha.
Billy Joe? You're talking about Green Day.
She said Joel. She said the right one.
No, I'm joking.
Again, bro.
Remember when Laura came on the show with the Bon Jovi shirt on and couldn't name a single Bon Jovi song? Like, that might have been my favorite talk.
You asked for albums. That's harder than songs. She named multiple songs.
I asked for albums.
You asked for albums.
Let's check the tape, Steve.
I'm right. Rule number 1.
We'll let the Zapruder film decide, Marisha.
Yes.
Oh no, it's Mia.
Mamma mia.
Bo brought up her own father when discussing the gentleman with Jester. How, if at all, does the fallout from this situation affect her feelings toward her dad?
Ooh, a little
bounce over.
dichotomy.
A little bounce
question.
over, yeah.
Back and forth seas. Yeah, kind of coming from two different perspectives there.
Sure, but tied up with parents.
Yeah, interesting that. I mean, my dad, or Bo feels like her dad is a shithead. So she's gonna feel like, well, if your dad's a shithead, then fuck your shithead dad. Who needs a relationship with that shit?
Yeah.
That's Vax's opinion.
Yeah. I don't know, you won't.
No, that's true, huh? Yeah.
Not Vex's, but Vax's.
But Vax's, yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
You talk about that, yeah.
Bo is desperately compartmentalizing all of that. Komorta has been brought up like 40 fucking times in this game, and we still haven't gone
been
there.
Yeah, gotta get around to that. We got another 7 episodes before the campaign's over. I'm sure we'll get there.
Do you remember the tuna fish, the can of tuna fish game in acting, in like improv class and acting?
No.
Where you were 5 people.
I remember the one we do in the back after.
You were 5 people on a boat, surviving in the Pacific. Does anyone remember this?
I don't. I'm sorry.
And there was one last can of tuna fish, and someone ate the can of tuna fish. And you all woke up to an empty can of tuna fish, and it was kind of like werewolf rules, like you blindly, the teacher
Yeah, I can see where it's going. I never
chose
played the
somebody,
game,
and then you had to kind of improv the scenario.
Sure.
Well, I
Fucking
remember.
murder a motherfucker over that situation.
Yeah, that's an extreme real life situation that we didn't really go to as improv actors in like acting 101. But I'm not saying it didn't happen.
I don't think you should do that in an acting class. Don't do that in an acting class.
Yeah,
but if you were on a raft
honestly,
with an empty can of tuna,
it totally kind of limits the scene, and you kind of overly would dictate the scene if you just murdered everybody in this improv scenario. But
welcome to the Stella Adler studio.
It's about learning to share the stage.
you kind of have to share the stage. But I remember I was chosen once as a person who, or maybe even a couple times, as a person who did not eat, or did eat the can of tuna fish. And no one ever chose me, and I always got away with it because I would just never mention it or talk about it. And that's kind of been my thing as Bo. If you're just not the one talking about the can of tuna, and then because there was always someone on the boat who was like, guys, we have to figure out who ate this last can of tuna. And everyone was like, well, it was clearly you, bitch. And then I would just sit there being like,
Yeah, you.
talking, you know?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, Marisha, what do you have to say? And I'm like,
I mean, smell my breath. If it smells like tuna, then it was probably me.
and they'd be
you
like,
know?
ah. So anyway, my point is that's kind of what I've done with Comorta. But now Comorta keeps coming up, and I might be unable to avoid the tuna.
You're
tuna
talking
can.
about how you didn't be like, Comorta, my dad, and it just sort of floated
It
there.
kept floating by, floating by. But now Comorta keeps coming up, and I'm bracing with the fact that I'm eventually kind of have to be confronted that I'm gonna have to go see my daddy.
Kick his ass.
Unless you go back to Comorta to go to your dad's funeral. And then you never have any resolution
Then
with
what
them.
will you do with your feelings, Beauregard?
I'll confront them when I get there.
Fight your own emotions.
Yes.
I'm Werner Herzog, and this is Talks Machina.
I was gonna say it sounds like a mix between Arnold Schwarzenegger and probably
This is an episode of Talks Machina that no one should ever watch again.
Hugo Weaving as Red Skull, which you know.
Mr. Anderson.
Liam did Red Skull in the Avengers cartoon.
Sure.
I remember
With
that.
your Laura Baileys and your Travis Willing Blams.
All them peeps.
Sure.
All right, here's one for both of you before we go to our first giveaway. It's from Owl Seer.
Ooh.
Watching Jester's late night conversation with the gentleman was really moving, not just for the wonderful RP, but also there are those of us in the community who can connect to having an absent parent. What was your experience sitting at the table during that scene?
It's like being front row in like experimental black box.
With a
That's-
world-class actor.
God, so good.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Laura Bailey.
Laura's good.
Just nominated for
fucking best.
an award in the gaming industry today. I've
was she
said
really?
20 times, my favorite
that?
actor. That's the end of the sentence.
Wait, which one? BAFTAs or something announced today? I'm out of the
I don't know
loop.
what they were, but it was for Gears. I told her today, I said, it's a testament to you, Laura Bailey, that I don't know what fucking project you were nominated for because you're in so many projects where you're so good.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Sometimes
assume.
there's like 5 games in
Yeah.
a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Laura's a
She's
fucking beautiful
fucking great to
performer.
watch, man, up close. And you got the subtleties of her like crying pretty much the second the gentleman rejected her when we were all sitting there, when we were all talking to him initially. And then you kind of, she's just like, it's so good and it's so fun to work across from as an actor too, I think. Because as soon as she starts with that, then you have to go through the process of like Bo would see that Jester's crying. Bo knows she's kind of in a conference room in the middle of an important conversation. You kind of have to be focused at these things at hand. I don't know. It's just so good. She's great at adding layers. It's fucking awesome.
She's just a phenomenal actor.
Great moment for this in this campaign that I think people will definitely highlight for sure.
Beautiful.
It's time for cosplay of the week.
But don't. Wait. Oh.
Too bad. Nope, that's it. Nope.
You lost it.
Nope. You do not get to say. You didn't say it fast enough.
Don't let her see this episode of Talks Machina because if she hears us compliment her like that, she will be intolerable for 2 weeks.
Has never seen an episode of the show that she wasn't on.
Yeah. Well, technically she doesn't see those because she's in.
She doesn't even see those because she's yeah. Our winner for this week was sent in by Christina Silvoso at Xtina is Crafty. Let's take a look.
Crafty.
Oh.
How about that?
Oh wow.
So good. All these looks.
Every single one.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wait, this is all the same girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Oh my
love.
God.
I think the Ford is my favorite in the lineup, but
I
holy
think the display is
Gorgeous.
mine.
Yeah, but look at the knot and the
mo-
Caleb.
I don't know. They're all pretty
Yeah.
great.
The bow's really good. The gesture.
That Caleb, fuck.
The Christopher Walken
Is her
phenomenal.
bow necklace painted on?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Holy shit.
That's pretty cool.
Y'all.
So good.
Wow.
Fucking great.
Yeah.
Do you know how good it is? It's so good that Christina's gonna get the Purple Heart, one of our favorites here,
Oh, wow.
dice tray from our friends at Wormwood.
That's Sofa King great.
It is.
Open 24 hours.
Over. Let's smell that.
This is the Sam Riegel special.
Don't forget, you can enter our weekly contests.
This is forever Scanlan wood to me.
I've smelled Scanlanwood before.
And it's even lightly cube shaped.
That's a gorgeous piece of wood.
Yeah.
Wide.
What if, yeah. Anyway, I just had a fun theory about the live show on Saturday night, but I'm not gonna share it because I'm very smart. And what if I turned out to be right?
Smart.
See, I can't share some of my recap theories sometimes actually on recap because I don't want to actually be right, and then Matt gets mad at me because I had
Don't
a
want to
theory.
tip the scale.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have to hold back on my recap theories.
I do that on this show too. Like I share a lot, and then I'm like, that would tip the scales.
Yeah.
Danny, I was fake bragging, and then you went ahead and real bragged.
Yeah, that's because I'm very serious all the time. And I'm only ever wanting to toot my own horn.
I didn't say it. Don't forget, you can submit
Slate.
for cosplay of the week by going to critroll.com/submit.
It's true.
Thank you.
Dignified.
Lindsay Marie 713 has a question for Liam in front of the tree. Caleb, even going to Rexentrum is a huge sign of character development. Without the immediate threat, would he have been willing to return? And how much is he focused on the crisis at hand versus being anxious due to location?
He doesn't know. If they were planning to go there, it would have to have been slower.
Yeah.
For Caleb across the board in the story right now, his massive, life-controlling, all-consuming drives are seeming small compared to what's coming. And he doesn't really want to believe that, and he really wants to stay focused on his narrow. It's going to be very hard to. Terrified to go to Rexentrum that fast. Terrified because all of us have talked about this ad nauseum on the show and around the show, that like when your backstory comes a-calling, you start to sweat.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I set the little remote control car going and then it disappeared from sight. And I don't know what it's gonna come back as, or what I'll say, or what I'll do. I'm sure I'll do dumb stuff. And I'm excited for it to happen. And
But on this show, the dumb stuff is just as fun and endearing, if not more, than the goldfish moment comes to mind. No spoilers.
Good times.
Yeah.
Just gotta embrace it.
Yeah, you do. That's this game.
Larkin.
That's this, yeah. Larkin. Marisha.
Yep.
Bola Vorregard wants to know.
Oh,
Oh, I gotta see that
no
in print.
goodness.
Yeah.
The screen.
Beauregard.
That is a complicated ship name.
Wow.
I like it.
Bo doesn't seem to be very religious, but seeing as the Chained Oblivion is the one who wounded Ayun, has Bo thought at all about the Cobalt Soul's connection to Ayun and what any of it might mean to Bo personally as they pursue this conflict?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I kind of view Bo as being like someone who goes to Catholic school because it's better than the public schools in the area.
Oh, I like her better now.
So she wasn't like Catholic. She didn't go there because she was Catholic, but she went there and still learned a fuck ton about Ayun because she had to. And I never imagined religion as being Bo's rebellious point. That's because, once again, there are gods in this world. So I think she was always just like, oh, fuck. Oh, cool. This bitch seems pretty awesome. Kind of towards Ayun.
Sure.
And it was kind of like, just, like, yeah, fine with it. So, yeah, she's definitely, I've put thought into, like, what is this going to mean?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. She doesn't have a lot of emotional investment, aside from that. But yeah, I've thought about it.
This bitch is pretty cool.
This bitch is cool.
Love it.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Christ, Lord our Savior? Bitch is pretty fresh.
Bitch, yeah.
It's fresh. Coming soon this Christmas.
Gospel slaps.
Again, something that meant something else when I was growing up. That's what I got for talking shit to my Sunday school teacher, was the old gospel slaps.
Jesus was pretty fresh.
The old
I gotta
gospel
say.
slaps.
Some of the people that came after are a little hinky, but Jesus was fresh.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Can you still say hinky?
I do, but not me.
Hey, Jordan Allison 98 wants to know, Liam,
Yeah.
Caleb has been really pushing the group towards getting Yasha away from Oban anytime they come across the group. Does Caleb see a bit of his past in Yasha, or is it just that he wants his friend safe and back with the group? Now, I understand some of the comparisons here, but did Yasha turn her family to ash?
Well, she killed a lot of people that she shouldn't have.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that Caleb sees Yasha, he sees similarities between them in two ways. And he's not even the closest to Yasha. He didn't even talk to her the most. But
She did shave him.
first of all, she did shave him. I feel like they're the two nerdy loner outsider kids in class who don't talk to each other, but just look over and go, yeah, you're fucked up like me too.
I feel like they're the kind of kids that nobody else will sit with them at the lunch table, so they sit together, but not really.
That's right.
They sit at the opposite corners, and every once in a while share and nod.
That's exactly right. If this were the Breakfast Club, Caleb is Anthony Michael Hall and Yasha is Ali Sheedy. They're just two weirdos that nobody talks to. They're not exactly the same, but they're not too different, and they're just like, hey, hey. And then they also have they're both murderers.
Yeah.
And they have both been, and one is currently being manipulated and abused in the extreme. So, it's not his,
Relatable.
he hasn't made Yasha his number one driving focus. It is still the things that he wants to do, and now, holy shit, the end of the world is coming, but he empathizes with her a great deal.
Yeah.
And if they can get her, they should get her. And she seems to, and she seems to be at the heart of the fucking problem coming. So it just is syncing up.
I'm nervous. Shit makes me nervous.
Same.
I'm good. I'd rather have cows.
Wouldn't we all?
Is that a euphemism?
No. Again, I knew you'd go there. What I meant was, remember the Consequences and Cows episode, my favorite episode of Campaign 1?
Right.
Give me something like that. Don't give me
Some light
wonderful Yasha coming in having to, she's gonna probably kill 3 or 4 of you, and I know that nobody has good backup characters lined up.
Yeah. Yeah, Caleb's gonna get split down the half by Magician's Judge.
But while she was gone, she's like leveled up to 18, I think, is what Matt told me the other day. So she's gonna be like 18, come back. As 10.
That would be
No choice but to kill all of you. Anyway, spoilers. Here's a question from Yanking My Vagine.
Wow.
It's true.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a Chained Oblivion Jane Merriweather reference?
I would
that
hope
what
that's
that
what I
is?
took away from it.
That's,
So I would hope.
that's
like
what I
it.
think of when I see the letters of the AJ.
Look at the spelling.
I'm just gonna choose to believe it is.
I'm into it.
For both of you, it has not rained at all since Yasha was taken over by Oban. Speaking of splashes, do you think that the presence of the rain and the light that's shining down on the chantry is a sign that Cord is aiding the Mighty Nine in this fight?
That's clearly just a coincidental weather pattern.
I mean, like, meteorology is kind of more of a gut than a science.
Good answer. What a great answer.
Should have just spilled
It's okay, we're leaving the
LaCroix
question up.
all over myself.
We're leaving the question up. They can't see it.
Flying fuck though.
It's all right, Jerry's here with some paper towels. Did Jerry go home, Max?
No, he's
Let your
doing
fucks
it.
fly away. Let your fucks fly away.
Marisha peed herself.
Fly away.
My vagine is incredibly chilly. Whoa, buddy.
What do you think about
A new pair of pants?
Max?
Highly.
Where'd you put that nutcracker with Sam's face on?
Hey.
It's right there.
Chained Oblivion.
Oh, that's too far for me. What do you guys think? Nobody's gonna answer that question?
Do we think that Cord is?
Do you think it's just a weather pattern? Coincidence?
I mean, Liam doesn't, but Caleb is too like outside of himself and freaked the fuck out, so he doesn't.
Yeah.
know.
I haven't really noticed it. Paper towels aren't going to do much right now.
Second person I've heard.
Oh
that
no, don't
today.
do that. Oh shit.
Wow.
Did we just get TP'd?
Yes.
You did.
There's a paper towel.
You did.
Do it. Oh, your leg is soaking wet.
Liam,
How did the pee jump away from your vagine down to your knee? Yes.
hers might be somewhere else. We don't know. Answer this question while
Mordenkainen's pocket vagine.
answer this question while Marisha makes a soak roll from Carno Lesbian. Liam,
Yes.
that one was for you, Steve. How does Caleb feel about Yussa's assertion that not all the assembly is bad? Does he like or trust figures like Oramid, Haas, or Pumat Sol? Does he think the system can be redeemed? Does he still want to take it down?
Well, he doesn't know enough, and he's until recently been pretty just driven by personal feelings of justice and hatred and hurt. So he might, this is Liam talking, talk a good game about how the assembly needs to be eradicated, but it is, I guess this is me admitting more than I have before, it's more personally motivated. Not entirely. No question that Trent is a monster, and I think that the leadership of that organization is probably pretty rotten. But one or two, and he wasn't there, but I'm sure they told him about their encounter. One or two neutral parties in there. I don't know, you can be neutral in a government and be okay with terrible shit happening. And that pulls you in, whether you like it or not, whether
Yeah.
you like kitty cats or not.
Understood.
He really likes cats though. Weasels.
Yeah. See that new trailer for the Cats movie? Looks like
Did.
fucking dog shit. Looks like
Ironically.
dog shit. I am not ashamed to admit. My hot take is that movie's gonna haunt my fucking dreams.
Let's see it.
I have done way too many psychedelic drugs in my lifetime for me to not walk out of there with some fucked up dreams.
I just really hate that musical, just like a lot.
You hate the music is absolutely incredible. What are you talking about? Do you have any taste? It's Andrew Lloyd Webber. He did that one, right?
Yeah, no.
It's his finest music.
Now and forever.
Marisha,
Yeah.
memories. This question's from
La Croix.
Yet Nim. Danny, I'm joking. I've never seen Cats.
Oh, I don't care.
It's my favorite musical. Outside of, did you guys ever see, what's the one where the guy does music?
Music Man.
Thank you. Marisha.
Guess.
The one where they had the 76 trombones, you know?
That is Music Man.
Phantom of the Opera.
No, that I said
Also
Music
about a
Man.
guy
I already
who does
said the name of the one I
music.
liked. Stop naming other ones. We've seen Bo become more comfortable with her take charge attitude and leadership. How does Bo, as someone who has had issues with authority, feel about herself becoming a figure of authority within the Mighty Nine and the Cobalt Soul?
Oh, fucking great is what she always wanted.
Okay. Here we go.
Doing great, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Look at me now, bitches.
Going to the
Yeah.
high school reunion.
Hell yeah.
You were wrong.
Valedictorian right there.
Yep. All right.
Who's laughing now, Billy?
Who's laughing now?
Yep, that's true. Well, I'm really excited about this one. We should give away fan art of the week.
Fan art of the week.
Yes, fan art of the week. Our dad.
Artists, hi. Hi.
This week's fan art winner for Camping 2 episode 85 was sent in by Alex Payne at apricots_n_dots. Apricots and dots. Let's take a look.
So cool.
Wow.
Look how cool that is.
There they go.
How about them apples?
I love the falling. It's so good. And the rain.
I got you, boot.
It's pretty cool.
I love that so much.
I love that style.
Yeah.
Rex and
Right?
It's cool.
It's so pretty.
Right?
towers in the distance.
Reminds me of like animation stuff I loved as a kid. Hey,
Yeah.
apricots and dots, you have also won this favored Purple Heart dice tray from our friends at Wormwood. Arse with you up. We got time for a few more, right? You guys fucking with Disney Plus?
Not yet.
I was watching Darkwing Duck last night.
Nice.
Show's fucked up.
Started rewatching Gravity Falls. Real good, y'all.
So good, Gravity Falls. Shout out Jason Ritter. What about Gargoyles? Oh my god.
Gargoyles is on my list.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Do you know what I found out last night? I'm not shaming her by saying this, but I had to text Travis. 10 o'clock, 10:30 last night, Ashley tells me she's never seen Batman the Animated Series.
What?
Wow.
I asked, I said, I'll take the ring back and I'll move to Canada. I
Yeah.
have failed you. I have literally, like, I'm still devastated.
Yeah, that's on
I mean, yeah,
par
that
with
hurts.
Undeadwood and Aliens. Like, that's something you got to see.
I planned the plan over the holidays is because it's all on the other app. You gotta have all the fucking apps now. It's on the other. But Batman the Animated Series,
God, it's so good. It's complicated. I like it.
very complicated. Liam,
Good old Kim Conroy. Yes.
Duralpi wants to know. Caleb has been running from his past, but Astrid seemed to have been a positive beam in the gloom clouding his upbringing. Opening her letter, recognizing her handwriting, reading her words. What was going through his head at that moment?
Well, letter seems like a trap.
It's a trap.
Letter is a big old Admiral Akbar trap. Really wonders. He's not optimistic because he knows what happened to him and them. He knows the state of the Scourger they fucked with in the Dynasty. So that was a bad sign. The Scourger in the Dynasty was a bad sign. This is what I was talking about, Danny. You don't want to tip the scales.
Right.
No, I
Feel that.
understand
But it was a really good question. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, Astrid is very much on his mind. So is Eadwulf. But Astrid especially. I'm really looking forward to that not getting cracked open. And not knowing what it's going to be. but I've been thinking about that stuff for such a long time.
Good Nutcracker reference.
I collect nutcrackers.
Grab that one in the front there.
I do really want that one, honestly. I don't think that they'll let me
No.
any of these.
Liam, the one with Sam's face on.
Yeah, I know.
No. On the down.
Down there?
Yeah, that one. That one's got Sam's face on.
Come here, honey.
Hey, baby.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Marisha, while Liam contemplates what dirty, disgusting things he's going to do to that when I ask him the question after this one, answer this from Ariel Van Zant.
Look how young he looks in this picture.
Yeah, I know. Is that from the cologne ad picture, Max?
It's a folder that Sam gave me of photos I can use.
Are you serious?
Girl,
Holla.
girl, acapella is the best.
Straight up.
God, he really is a baby in that picture. breasts.
Singing all these great George Michael tunes without any backup instruments ain't the only thing I can do with my mouth.
Oh, no.
It's one of his lines Quean told me he used. Marisha, Ariel Van Zant wants to know. Bo really struggled with Molly using his cards to do readings for people, probably because of how her father got manipulated in a similar way. Why did she decide to get a tattoo with art from Molly's cards? I feel like I know the answer to this, but I think, yeah.
Yeah, she had a lot of regrets about Molly and the fact that she really liked Molly, and was an asshole to him the whole time. So he was a big lesson to her, and because they were just coming from such opposite ends of the spectrum, he kind of ended up being a lot of the starting point of a lot of Bo's growth. So yeah, I had that one in mind for quite some time, and I almost just got it as a tattoo as a character, and then right as I was thinking about it as a tattoo as a character is when Orly presented his magical tattoos, but you needed a bunch of gym dust, so I decided to just
You play the long
sit
game.
on it, yeah, and play the long game for quite a while.
Yeah,
But yeah,
makes sense.
it's a good reminder, and it's the all-seeing eye, and then also her being a monk with Ioun, and kind of a symbology of the cobalt soul. So it's got layers.
I understand.
It's got layers.
Shit's got layers.
Yeah.
Max, how expensive do you think it would be to get an actual nutcracker made with Sam's face, and then we could get a bunch of chiclets for the teeth, you know? They'd be a little small, but... Do you know about chiclets?
No, I know
the
what
gum?
chiclets are, but you could get actual nuts.
No, I mean to represent Sam's
we're talking
teeth
about
in the nutcracker.
Oh. You got me. I got it. I'm there.
Here's one
I
for
got the visual.
here's one for both of you. Your phone is going off. Mini Vizzini. It's a cool name.
On a theme.
Mini Vizzini. It sounds like a guy who was sure his scenes weren't cut out of The Sopranos, and his friends were like, wait, what character did you play? He's like, my guy's name was Mini Vizzini, and they're like, nah, man, they cut your shit. He's like, nah, it was this real good scene, man. Tony looked at me and he said, more waffles. All right.
Zini!
I played Vizzini in The Princess Bride when I was 11 in our community theater production.
Oh, that was my next question. You blew it. This one's for both of you. You have each shared a very personal secret with Not the Brave. Do you trust her to keep Bo's secret the same way she kept Bren's?
Well, I have a thought about you talking to Not, and that is
Yeah, shoot.
sometimes when you share secrets, it's because you want to be found out.
How dare you? No. That was not my initial thinking.
Aw.
Where's the push?
That's kind of a cute Valentine's Day card
Don't
idea.
lean, there's a shadow to the side of it. Or do lean into it. Go into the darkness under Jester's heart.
But look at the whoa. But look at the contrast between the left side of the screen and the right side of the screen now. The right side of the screen has this beautiful, like, happy energy. The left side of the screen is like, so I married an axe murderer and Fargo put together.
Yeah.
just like everyone's holidays.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight.
Hey.
It's been a good show. This was fun.
Yep.
You guys feel good about it? Should we keep it?
No.
I got pretty wet during this show.
It's true.
Well, always remember the 3-year anniversary show is the night.
We've only just begun.
Marisha got wet from the knees down. Well, I'd like to thank Marisha and Liam and Nutcracker Sam, which was also what his a cappella group called him, for joining us. Episode 86. 86.
This Thursday.
Getting close to the
A
end.
lot of episodes.
Getting close to the end. Guy on Reddit a couple years ago said thinks it's going to go to about 90 episodes, so we're getting close. Airs this Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific. As always, don't forget to love each other. Don't worry, it's almost Thursday. Stay tuned, my friends. Remember, creepy ain't a crime.
Neither is D&D.
But seriously, Nutcracker Sam's are, and I want to burn those after the show's over.
I love it. I love it.
I don't care if you love it. It scares me. Henry hates it.
I love it more because it scares you.
I'm
where's-
burning it up.